the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Bulls out in Chicago. For Chicago, they'd like to play well to start this season series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players, and he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when you're behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Taking a look at Boston. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and pad their win total.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
They sure don't. They entered the season with very high hopes and haven't let any distractions get in the way of that.
And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Yeah, both these teams feature excellent long-range shooters, Chris. It could be a very high-scoring affair.
And with that, you have some big runs. That means don't turn the ball over. It could be a 6-0 run, a 12-0 run on 4 possessions. You got to make sure you take care of the ball.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Horford is out there with Monroe. And it's Irving at the point guard position.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
Well, I like the effort. It always feels good to get on the board first.
Now, here is Irving. Screen by Monroe. Clock at 6. Brown kicks to Monroe. Irving for 3. That shot is off. On defense, the Celtics. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing. And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
And Boston has possession. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Well, Greg, what amazed me was they could sustain nothing on offense. They'd make a couple of buckets, then go right back into their shell.
From deep three-point range, the shot's good. Brown making the play.
I like how Irvin fills the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Lopez sets a screen for Levine. Chicago working now with a new shot clock. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good from outside.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
Irving dishes to Brown. On the wing, Irving. 23 points for him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Now here's Levine. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And Zach LaVine hits from deep. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Screen by Monroe. Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. Overdone. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. A finish. And Holiday throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now here's Irving. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Brown kicks to Irving, and there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Brown dishes to Irving. Hayward outside. The screen from Brown. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Irving.
Oh, look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammates.
Dunn passes to Holiday. Now here's Dunn, covered by Irving. Shot clock at 5. Here's Holiday. They get the rebound. Here's Lopez, and the rejection by Monroe. Hayward against Holiday. Brown outside. Markkanen pulls it in. And it's rare for rookies to come into the NBA ready at the defensive end. But you know what, C-Web? Jaylen Brown already more than solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a great frame. He plays physical. He's in a great system. And he wants it. He'll only get better with time.
And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. So it'll be Jaylen Brown shooting. It's on Zach LaVine. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot, gentlemen.
Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
For 3, Hayward. It's all in by the Bulls. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Well, their opponents ran some pretty good sets, too. I mean, let's be honest, creating some nice open looks.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the dunk by Brown.
What an athletic play from Brown, showing off his mad hops on these jams.
Chicago trailing here. Done with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
The first free throw is good.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here is Hayward. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Now, don't forget his rebounding work, too. They couldn't contain him on the glass.
Now, here's Irving. Back to Hayward. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Here's Irving. The Bulls knocking down the three. There's the screen. The screen from Brown. Shot clock at 6. High post shot. The rebound by Holiday.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Inside, Markkanen. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Markkanen's got his first basket of the night.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Screen by Monroe. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Chicago with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Lopez, a screen on Hayward. With the floater, and good that time. 7 points for Zach LaVine.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And if you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards, go to Damian Lillard, who felt he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. There's so many great players. You got to play hard every night to get some credit, because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Down low, here's Morris. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Morris has got his first basket.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Here's Grant. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Felicio controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Off the screen. Morris, no good.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Waba kicks to Grant. Here's Felicio, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now it's a 10-point Chicago lead.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Now here's Tatum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bulls.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
And he sinks the second.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State. They want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward.
Offensive rebound. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Over to the left wing. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And you get the sense Tatum is used to getting hit when he's penetrating inside. It almost seems as if he embraces those challenges.
Now here's Valentine. 11 points last game. No good from Grant. Smart with the ball. Now guarded by Valentine. Here's Tatum. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Felicio's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Valentine wide open. He fires. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Rozier the pass to Tatum. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, you got to love Rozier skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with this tremendous leaping ability.
Back to Grant. The dish now to Valentine. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Valentine's got 8 points.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Now here's Tatum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. In the corner, Smart with it. They get the rebound, and Baines kicks to Rozier. The feed to Tatum. Goes back up. Hangs in the air, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And it's about the versatility that Tatum offers, particularly offensively. He can guard and play multiple positions on the floor.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team and terrific size at his position.
Now, here's Grant. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to Felicio. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Morris right side. Pass to Baines. In the corner. Tatum with it. Lays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got his second bucket tonight.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
Celtics trail by 8. On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Rozier's out there with Smart. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. The pass to Baines. Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Bulls.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Nwaba, guarded by Smart. Here's Grant. Morris with the block.
Oh, just fantastic defense from Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Smart misses. The Bulls leading by 8. An even 3-on-3 break. Grant outside. Over to the wing. Now here's Valentine. He's covered closely, and the jam by Valentine.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Grant. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the paint. Felicio, no good.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Morris, no good. Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Grant kicks to Valentine. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Now here's Smart. Defense right on him. Makes it off the glass.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Passes it to Portis. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in the era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Akeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast. So for me, you know, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared, and you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really love the fact that I had to be my best every night, or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night, and you know, so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time, that 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat, what was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
It's so tough to play against that team. Jordan, arguably the best player that's ever laced them up, and Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards, and then you had guys in a system that was, you know, just really too much. You know, it's hard to say. Of course, in my opinion, having played against them, they're the best team of all time. But Bill Russell once told me, you know, ghosts can't play, so don't get caught up in comparing errors that you really can't prove it. So, yeah, of course, they're the best of all time to me, but it's fun watching these young kids play today.
Here's Markkanen. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Jacks up a three. Hayward can't hit.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
Holiday against Brown. The shot by Holiday, no good.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Horford dishes to Brown. Irving with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now here's Dunn. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Lopez a screen. Right at the free throw line. Another shot. And another shot. And Holiday with the nice bucket inside. Holiday's got 9.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Here's Dunn following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Lopez sets a screen for Levine. And the rejection by Monroe. Here's Hayward. Here's Horford. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You can't forget about Horford. I mean, carving out space inside for the putback.
Now Dunn. Lopez a screen on Irving. Dunn kicks to Holiday. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Dunn passes to Lopez. Shoots over Monroe. And the shot is long.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Count it. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lopez a screen on Irving. And here is Dunn. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Bulls moving the ball around. Lopez a screen. Jumper off The screen, and that one good. And that's now 9 points for Zach LaVine.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Irving kicks to Monroe. Back to Irving. Screen by Monroe. Hayward passes to Monroe. That shot no good. Good D by Lopez. Feeds to Dunn. It's stolen by Brown. Irving with a clean look, but they'll get another chance. And it's Monroe finishing it off.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
And guys, they're showing great instincts too, anticipating how the ball was going to come off the boards and timed it out perfectly. I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dunn dishes to Lopez. Rejected by Monroe. And on the way from Irving for three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Lopez a screen. Shoots off the screen, and that's good for 2. Holiday's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second. Swingman Jaylen Brown trying to find his way in the league and had a really good playoff last year, and he's kind of a renaissance man. Plays the guitar, studies foreign languages, he's captain of his high school chess team, but he doesn't want me on me. I'll get on the chess.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's LaVine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. Here's Markkanen. Goes back up. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board. Solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Felicia's checked in for Lopez. Valentine comes in for Justin Holiday. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. And Chris, you had a great and very long playing career. Talk about how that's prepared you for broadcasting.
I think it's prepared me for broadcasting because I have a unique take on what it takes to get ready, kind of the things that you can't be taught, kind of the war wounds, the scars that you have. I can kind of peel mine back and explain how I got them. I think that by playing for young teams, good teams, bad coaches, good coaches, by being in different situations, it allows me to explain to the fan base what a player is actually going through, or maybe what play is going to happen next. So I love being able to have the technical side of it with the plays because the coaches I play for, but also being very close with some great players, understanding the mental aspect. And really, honestly, Kev, I know you're not going to, like this too well, but I work with great guys like you. So when you throw up a softball and we get to talk about something that we love, man, and you make me look great, it's easy, man, working with great teammates. You know that great teammates make you better, and you're the best point guard in the business the way you throw an assist out there. So yeah, I've been fortunate to have good experience, and I got great teammates, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Well, you sound great, and it's an honor to work with you, but I always like the take. You always give me an answer that sometimes I don't expect, and I think that's what the fans like about your commentary.
Yeah, when I used to watch the games, and I've seen some great guys, George Blaha from Detroit, I grew up watching him, and I just love just the pure honesty of what you're thinking at that moment, and don't take it personally, because I love the game, and so I don't want to have to try to protect a thought or an old school or a group of people. If a guy plays bad and he's the best in the world, I'm going to say it, and if he made a move I've never seen, I'm just really going to say it. And so I try not to exaggerate and just say specifically how I feel, and I'm glad to be a part of a game that can fill you with so much emotions, and it's easy just being yourself.
And he's good on the second.
And how unique is this situation for the Celtics? I mean, one of the best teams in the league, and yet at the same time, still drafting top picks. You know, the after effects of a trade with the Nets that quite honestly will go down as one of the league's all-time heights.
The three. Valentine's shot, good. Valentine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Again, yet another shot to build on his impressive first quarter.
Rozier, the pass to Tatum. It's tipped and stolen by Valentine. Here's Grant. And Rozier pulls it down.
He's still trying to find a shot out there, but so far he hasn't hit anything from the field.
And as the Nets struggle to rebuild without their draft picks, Greg, their losses have been Boston's gain.
Yeah, the rich get richer. I mean, meanwhile, the Celtics sign all-star caliber veterans like Al Horford and Gordon Hayward on the open market. And it's just rare for a team to have the best record in the conference and land the #1 overall pick.
Here's Rozier after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Morris outside. Lock at 6. Pass to Rozier. And Grant sends it back. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's a good screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
All right, now let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The Celtics second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
And that one falls for Tatum. He's perfect from the line this time.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Here's the screen from deep. Kept alive. Felicio, the layup off target.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
Here's Rozier. And Baines kicks to Tatum. Here's Smart. Buries the long-range jumper. Smart's got 5 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Grant. Sweet little floater. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Here's Rozier. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Zach, strong first half for the team. How do you build this lead?
Keep playing hard on defense, the main thing. Getting out, running, getting stops. Continue to play with pace and, do what we do off the offensive end. We're good at that.
Zach, coach really likes the way you play, I'm sure. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. Chicago came ready to play. They put together some nice offensive stretches and at one point led by as many as 10. After one, they held an 8-point advantage. The second quarter wasn't as kind to them, but they still fought through some mistakes to have a 6-point cushion at the half. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, I like the effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 6. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Then there's Dunn. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Irving can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 6. LaVine wide open. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I mean, Al Horford has a complete game. He can hit a big shot. He can get a defensive stop. I mean, even setting a great screen. And let's not forget about his passing. He does it all.
And that one falls for Horford. And you think about Al Horford setting screens, Chris, he can pick and roll, but he can also pick and pop.
Well, what I like about that, and for those basketball nerds like myself, what that means is he can facilitate. So he's a threat. If he sets the pick, he can go to the hole and finish. But as a defender, you have to be careful because you just can't anticipate that. He can step back and knock down the jump shot. And if he's good at that, what about when he steps back, pump fakes, gives you a hands up, spins, and dunks on you? That's what they're talking about.
Now here is Holiday. LaVine with it. Lopez outside. There's the pick. He dishes it to Markkanen. And the Bulls get it back. For 3, LaVine, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
He's showing good hustle. I mean, a little too much hustle, though. I mean, you got to dial it down just a little bit.
Dunn kicks to LaVine. Lopez, a screen on Hayward. Second chance shot, and LaVine finishes inside. LaVine's got 11.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? No.
And it's good, 2 points.
Irving, just an exceptional scorer, so effortless. You got to appreciate his shooting form.
Here's the screen. Markkanen dishes to LaVine. Now here's Dunn. He's covered by Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Markkanen kicks to Holiday. Shoots over Brown. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going there. Now, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Levine against Hayward. Here's the teardrop. Levine, good. 13 points in the game.
He's reason number one there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Brown. The screen from Brown. Hayward kicks to Irving. Monroe outside. Misses off the left iron. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Dunn. The rebound by the Celtics. Monroe's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Come on, Irvin is such an amazing guard. Uncle Drew, you know, he continues to show the young bucks how to get it done out there.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
And he knocks down the first one.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
And so Irving nails both of them. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Now, here's Dunn. Defense is right there. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And you have to love whenever Dunn squares up from mid-range. His jump shot is just money in the bank.
Irving attacking. Here's Horford. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Al Horford, a cornerstone player. Chris, he's that straw that certainly stirs the drink.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you know he's a winner. I mean, anybody can remember his career from his days at the University of Florida where he won a championship.
That's good from Horford.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
Brown against Holiday. Lopez, a screen on Brown, and taken away by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. For the lead, Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Levine with it, now defended by Hayward, off his leg, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Celtics on D. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. To the paint, layup off the pick. For 3, Levine. Rebounded by the Celtics. Monroe's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He hit a 3 in the first half. Now he's searching for his first outside shot in the second half.
Basket good. And 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
I love the aggressive mentality. Irving is terrific at pouncing on any available lane to the basket.
Now here's Levine. He's got 15. And the jam by Levine.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Here's Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Now here's Levine. He's got 17. Lopez, a screen on Hayward. Levine, and it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always played bigger.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I gotta believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
And it's tied up with that one.
The Bulls have been very active in revamping this roster. A lot of trades and player movement. They were worried of becoming a treadmill team.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. With some lackluster finishes to their season the last couple years, that worry of finishing poorly isn't going away for Bulls fans. But luckily, the Bulls have a history, Chris, of shaking things up.
It's never easy to make that choice. The front office has been proactive in shaking things up. Not easy, but they're committed to change right now.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Free throw, good, Irving.
Well, among the most feared one-on-one scorers in the league, that is Kyrie Irving. He has the handles to get to wherever he wants, no matter where he is on the floor. He's a threat.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's Jaren Grant in for Dunn. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Kyrie Irving sniffing that 50, 40, 90 territory. 50% from the field, 40% from deep, 90% from the line. He is that kind of shooter. And Chris, what a handle.
Yeah, he's not just a stationary threat. It's his creativity combined with that efficiency. That's what makes him so deadly.
Rozier, he's checked in for the Celtics. Nice shot by Portis.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Rozier. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And Baines kicks to Tatum. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Tatum's got the lead up to 2 now for Boston. Pass to Portis. The pass to Felicio. Screen by Grant. Outside Levine. And the 3 off target. Celtics have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Rozier the pass to Morris. An easy 2 points on the layup. And it's a 4-point Boston lead. Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Grant dishes to Valentine. Grant kicks to Levine. Grant sets a screen for Levine. Ball's knocked loose. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Man, and Tatum gets up on these alley-oops, has a great grasp of when to attack and exploit the opponent.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Valentine. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Smart passes to Tatum. Kicks it to Morris. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and D is ready for it.
Valentine kicks to Grant. Pass to Felicio. Here's Portis. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by Grant for 3. Levine. Felicio kicks to Grant. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Grant's got his 3rd basket of the night. Celtics leading by 4. Now here's Smart. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Morris. In transition, here come the Bulls. Levine with the ball. The shot, no good. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Smart passes to Rozier. Dishes to Morris. Tatum setting the pick for Morris. Here's Smart. With the clock winding down, and it's Baines missing. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Valentine. A shot missing, and it's Boston the other way. Now Smart. Here's Rozier. To the inside. Here's Baines. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
At the top of the key, Felicio. Here's Portis. And again, Chicago. No good. Boston leading by 4. In the corner. Tatum with it. There's the pick. Rozier kicks to Morris. There's the dish to Tatum. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with them. Didn't know his expectations. Never played with him. So, no, I never saw it coming.
Smart kicks to Baines. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Stolen by Smart. 3-pointer. Here's Baines. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 6.
He lives for these type of battles on the boards. It doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
There's 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Grant. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Morris.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
The feed to Smart. Out to the wing. Here's Rozier. And that one goes long. Bulls trail by 6. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. No good that time. On the wing, Morris launches it. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist in this one.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper from Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
And so it's the Boston Celtics bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback, now enjoying the lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Hey, we're doing so many good things on offense. Keep moving it. Keep looking for it. We just have to challenge as well as we can down here.
And Brad Stevens happy with their motion. They're shot making, but still looking for more stops on D.
Yeah, I mean, it always feels like there's more you can do defensively. And that's probably the case here. They just have to keep grinding out on the floor.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Tatum teams up with Hayward on the perimeter. Forces the 4 with Horford in the middle. And it's Irving at the 5.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
Lopez, he's checked in for Chicago. And then for Boston. Monroe comes in for Marcus Morris. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Tatum.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
Here's Lopez, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Lopez is a long, wily guy. Remarkable at utilizing his size, especially inside, where he has the respect of the defense.
Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a 3-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Justin Holiday comes in for Valentine. And he can't hit the second.
Well, and Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade. He's always been a solid center, plays solid defense on the block, and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job protecting the rim as well.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Nwaba. He's covered by Brown. Kept alive. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Boston leading by 5. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Hayward dishes to Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now and finished off by Brown.
Oh, man, how about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there.
They set the pick. Holiday against Brown. Now here is Holiday. Tight defense on him. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Irving passes to Brown. Back to Irving. It's hauled in by Dunn. Bulls trail by 7. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Love it whenever Dunn is working the screen and roll. So crafty and creative in these sets.
Horford sets a screen for Irving. Feeds it to Monroe. Pass to Horford. Screen by Monroe. Out to Hayward. Lets the 3 fly. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Now here's Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the length Lopez possesses is tough to combat. I mean, he uses his body well to draw contact on the way up.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That's good from Lopez. And he makes the first but misses the second.
They're not doing themselves any favors with their free throw shooting this half.
And finished off by Brown.
And when Brown's at his most dangerous is when he recognizes the spacing on the court and finds the open spots in the D.
Bulls trail by 9. And here's Holiday. Down low. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist by Holiday.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
He can go inside, he can shoot it, he can dominate on the fast break. And tonight, Brown is doing it all.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Dunn dishes to Lopez. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Lopez, a screen on Irving. Here's Dunn. Rebound Boston. Monroe's got 11 rebounds in the game. Left side, Irving. Hayward, right side. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
The free throw drops by Hayward. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line. And they've been so steady at the line in the second half, gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
Chicago calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen in on what Fred Hoiberg told his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
Here's Horford. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Celtics lead by 13. For Chicago, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Dunn kicks to Holiday. He dishes it to Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Lopez has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, look, Lopez doesn't hesitate once he gets the ball. I like seeing him be aggressive on offense.
Irving kicks to Horford. Hayward, left side. Picked by Horford. Irving passes to Hayward. Stolen by Markkanen. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Nwaba. He's covered by Brown. Dunn kicks to Nwaba.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head, or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. Zach LaVine's checked in for David Nwaba. And so he makes both from the line. Celtics leading by 8. Irving with it. He feeds it to Brown. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Here's Monroe, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
That one misses for Monroe. Bulls trail by 10. Levine kicks to Dunn. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Irving dishes to Monroe. Back to Irving. Screen by Monroe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
I gotta love how Irving forces the issue. He makes the D get aggressive with him. He's skilled at getting to the line.
Free throw, good, Irving.
After being a little hesitant in the first, he looked much more intent on getting himself to the strike.
And he makes both free throws.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now, here's Dunn. Holiday sets the pick for Dunn. Pass to Holiday. From deep. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hayward with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
And he makes the first. And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Bulls trail by 12. Now, here's Dunn. They set the pick. Markkanen passes to Levine. A rebound by the Celtics. Monroe's got rebound number 13 with that last one. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Smart. Holiday against Irving. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Levine kicks to Markkanen. The pass to Levine. Back to Holiday. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's in there. And that's now 18 points for Gordon Hayward.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Markkanen, a second chance effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Markkanen is a perfect candidate for that stretch four. Outstanding at pulling the trigger from deep and not afraid to go inside and bang with the other bigs.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Markkanen. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Boston leading by 13. Smart dishes to Horford. Here's Monroe, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Chicago called for the foul.
2.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Bulls trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Done with it. Now Monroe defending. And again, Chicago. No good. Outside Irving. Kicks to Horford. Screen by Monroe. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hayward. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
What a total 180-degree turn here. He wasn't making anything in the first half, but he looks like a totally different player now in the second half.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jaylen Brown.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now, here's Dunn. He's covered by Irving. Lopez, a screen on Irving. Here's Dunn. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
You see Lopez give his body up right there? Well, that's because he takes pride in setting good, hard screens to free up his guys.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Holiday. Passes to Dunn. Shoots a 3. They get the rebound. Lays it up off the glass. Lopez has got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Left side, Irving. Over Dunn. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Now here's Markkanen. Back to Levine. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot, and it's Lopez laying it in.
That's what every team needs, guys getting after it on the offensive board.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Holiday against Hayward. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
And he makes the first. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicia's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Levine. David Nwaba checked in for Justin Holiday. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jaylen Brown.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Irving can't hit. Here's Nwaba. He kicks to Grant. Lopez sets a screen for Grant. Dishes it to Lopez. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Well, there's no quitting Lopez, even when he's getting hammered. He finishes with this soft touch.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Lopez. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, what turned this game around tonight?
Came out with energy in the second half. I mean, after we had a little bit of a lull there, called a timeout, and we regrouped and got it together. I thought we played well, shared the basketball. We regrouped.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a different team the second half. Thanks, Gordon. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.